it's time to go beyond plus ultra for Boku no Hero Academia.
I don't know. Shit's on the ropes right now. Can't quite, in good faith, save minus Artlu on this one.
Yes. Do I get points, sir, for saying Bakugo is angry?
That's like saying the sky is blue, so I would say no.
Oh, okay. Because
When isn't he? We had one tiny scene where there was some genuine happiness, and it was right back to anger.
I don't want to say that slightly disturbed me to see Bakugo smile, but I was just a tiny bit uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Bakugo, please stop. This
Don't.
doesn't feel like you.
It's not natural. Your face must be in a lot of pain to be making that expression.
And one thing that we didn't mention about last episode, what did you think of the ending theme? We didn't cover that last time.
I like the coloring book or sketchbook style quality it's got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to re-listen to it because I may or may not have forgotten to watch this one and had to like speed through it. So I get a chance to listen to the ending, so I can't formulate the thoughts on it right now.
And I slightly find it interesting, and maybe I did hear about them performing the outro, and I just did a quick look on them like maybe 3 months ago, but I just find the name of the band, Bump of Chicken, to be such an awkward name.
What exactly is a bump of chicken?
I
It leads you to
don't
question things.
I don't know. Tyler found that name hilarious.
It is a very strange name.
Yes. And just a quick little coverage from last week that we were wondering who Onpon Man was and his friend collective. He does have other bread themed friends, Curry Pond Man and Shokupon Man, along with Cream Panda and Melon Pana.
Right, so we do have a melon pawn character. Where's my yakisoba pawn?
And and Onpon Man has the ability to tear off part of his head to feed to hungry people in need.
I'm going to assume he has a regeneration ability too,
Um,
because otherwise there wouldn't be much of him left.
Not really. Uncle Jam bakes him a fresh head whenever his gets damaged.
How the fuck does he transfer the consciousness from the prior head to the new one?
I don't know, but one interesting thing is Onpon, Onpon Man has the Guinness World Record for most characters in an animated series.
How long has it been going?
I did not write down the start date of it, but it has over 2,000 characters.
I'm assuming it's like really short commercial skits at best, or maybe even like ads of some kind.
No, they are full on half-hour series.
I mean, prior to like having a series. I'm assuming that some of these characters were made prior to that with ads.
It did not appear to be a mascot. It just seemed to be a
Oh, I was assuming this was a mascot of a company of some kind.
no.
Oh, interesting.
It is a children's television series. And I'm just
So,
pulling this up now. Started in 1973. The manga did.
all right. So here's the next question I have:
Mm-hmm.
when do we get a crossover with Onpon Man and Long Long Man?
Yes.
It's just Long Long Man stealing Onpon Man's girlfriend.
And according to Wikipedia, it's 1,768 characters. I think the thing I said says close to 2,000, but that's
Not quite there yet.
Yeah. I still find it surprising that Onpon Man exists in the world of Boku no Hero.
Assuming he's just another, character based on what we saw in the the flashback.
Yes.
He wasn't an actual hero that this was based on. This is just, the comic book from prior events.
Whether or not they both appeared in Jump, was Boku no Hero Jump?
Yes.
Okay. I can't find if he appeared in Jump or not at just a quick glance, but.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this weather appearing over Japan?
I'm assuming, it's something clearly, but I'm assuming it's a result of the quirks all clashing in this big war and the after effects of the environment.
Okay.
We just had a big raging fire out there at the Jaku Hospital thing. Not to mention where Dobby was. Actually, that was where Dobby was, but where he was prior to that before he got brought over. And all that other shit.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck is going on with Deku and Shigaraki right now is also clearly causing some kind of stir in the atmosphere. I would assume because it's digging up all sorts of debris and shit and throwing that around.
And we have a whole bunch of people around the world watching All Might.
A lot of people are very morbid and want to watch the man die. Can't tear it. Quick, hold your hands together. Pray, everyone, wish for a better future.
Yeah.
I wish that worked. Things would be a lot better than they are now. Anyway, yeah, we open up on that, and we cut to, oh hey, Bakugo's alive. And apparently, we got some meetups a little bit. Some kind of sixth sense, I guess, with Deku and him. Where we know that he wants to be flung faster.
Was it one of his? No, that's Danger Sense, not any sort of futures. Well, Danger Sense is kind of future sight, but it probably doesn't alert him that Bakugo was coming.
It would have to be a threat to himself, is why it triggers.
Yeah, I have just remembered that.
Mm-hmm. But Deku uses up one of his last two remaining gear shifts to do that, which means whatever the fuck he does next with gear shift is his last one before he literally is rendered paralyzed for a certain amount of time. No idea how long that is, but it will render him immobile, is what he says.
Do you think if he would have spaced out the gear shifts a few days apart, he could have reused them?
I don't think so. Part of the problem is using them in quick succession. It's not like he's spacing them out over days or anything.
But if he would have spaced them out, he could have his body could have recuperated itself, and he could have just refreshed the count.
I don't know if that's how long that would take. Especially considering this is a quirk he's only recently, gotten. He hasn't had a lot of time to really test out how it works and how to get there, even with the advice of the vestiges.
Yeah, but even with its original user.
I'm saying even with that, right? Even with the knowledge of how it works, his body's not, he hasn't trained with it himself to see what those clear things are.
Okay, I get what you're getting at now.
Plus, I don't even think the user himself knows.
Oh,
because
really?
Deku's the first one accessing these quirks. All Might never did it. Far as we know, no one but Deku has been able to access the other quirks until now.
Except for the original user of Gear Shift.
Yes, it's always been the original user, and I don't know how much it powers up between when you get One for All. Because what I understand and what I remember them talking about is that even while he had Gear Shift at the time, or one of the other users mentions this, even while having Gear Shift and One for All at the same time, it's still more powerful now than it was back then.
Because it builds upon itself with each new user.
That's my understanding, yeah.
Okay.
The stored energy increases the power of the quirk with each subsequent person that inherits it.
And we have a vision of Night Eye saying, well, I was wrong. I don't have any more future to see.
Yeah, hey, All Might. Remember when I said you were gonna die? Yeah, I was wrong, man. You know, guess the hopes and prayers of everyone actually means something. That shit I can't account for. Or, the kid who came back from the dead.
What is this hallucination telling me?
Why am I making these hallucinations tell me things like this?
That line was just a little bit funny, and I'm just like, oh, All Might.
I mean, to be fair, the man is in a, literal half-dead state. Give him a break. He is mentally and physically pushed beyond his limits. Or at least the limits that his current body is able to handle. Not to mention, the shock of having his legs shattered still. Anyway, Bakugo manages to go ahead and get clear of All for One with All Might, and All Might passes on the last little bit of his armor to Bakugo, and while it can't explode anymore, I guess it can still reconfigure itself into a splint, which is interesting.
And then Bakugo smiles, freaking me out ever so slightly.
A bit. Also, apparently, Ninja Needle Man, was barely alive still.
So he's not dead?
He is currently dying.
Okay.
That is what he says in and of himself right here. Of I had to choose between my own life and Bakugo's because one of us was going to live and the other was not. If he lives, it'll literally be barely. I don't know if he has a body left because he used his own body as thread to suture together Bakugo's organs.
Well, that's right, yes.
So, the other thing to note is that Bakugo has pulled a Goku. I don't know if you remember this, but when we were watching Super and Goku hired Hit to kill him so that he could fight Hit again, do you remember that episode? It was I think it was either a 1 or a 2 episode filler thing.
Yes and no. I do remember the overarching plot of hey, Hit, you were trying to fight. Kill me. Come on.
Yeah, no. Literally, there is a point. I think it's between I forget what the prior arc was off the top of my head. I want to say it was the Future Trunks arc and the Tournament of Power arc, where Goku literally hires All Might in secret to assassinate himself so that Hit has an excuse to come and fight him.
Wait, you said Goku hires All Might?
No. Goku hires Hit. I'm saying this as an example of how Bakugo has pulled a Goku in this regard.
Okay.
So the fight literally ends with Goku being murdered because Hit is a professional and he does what he says he does. Also not 100% sure whether or not Hit knew at the time that it was Goku that hired him to kill Goku.
So, how did Hit bring him back to life then?
It didn't. Goku brought himself back to life.
With sensu beans? Or...
No. This is the dumbest part.
Okay, I forget this.
So what happens is, I forget how Hit, kills Goku. Whatever it is, it's not, something that's severe enough to be oh, he's missing his head. It's not that.
Okay.
But, what ends up happening is Goku, before this happens, fires a Kamehameha wave into the sky, and then gravity brings it back down and restarts his heart.
Nani?
Yes, it's that stupid.
So Goku knew the exact second he was going to die.
He probably had a feeling that there was a point where it was going to happen. There was a point of no return where he's like, shit, I'm not going to be able to stop this. Let me do this and maybe help myself.
Wow.
I don't know how you could predict that, but
Wow.
I don't remember the details of that episode if there was anything in there. But much like Goku, this one is a bit more accidental in this case. But apparently, Bakugo's sweat leaked into his bloodstream and essentially restarted his own heart with the little explosions.
Mm-hmm. And then All Might calls Bakugo by his hero name. That fucking
Literally,
convoluted ass hero name.
Bakugo has fucking what do they call it? He's got defibrillator sweat. He's bringing himself back to life with defibrillator sweat.
I still think Bakugo just has way too convoluted of a hero name.
Oh, it is. I'm sure that no one is actually going to say that full name to his face. They'll say it on the news or some shit, but they won't say it to his face. They'll just call him Dynamite. Like, All Might, I think, said it as a way of respect in this case.
Okay.
But, like, casual conversation, no one's calling him that.
And Bakugo will probably be pissed. Like, hey, it's like a Tribe Called Quest. You have to say the whole thing or it doesn't make any sense.
There's already a hero named Dynamite, and I'm not him. You gotta say the whole thing. I can't have us being confused.
No, Granddad. It's a pimp named Slickback.
Exactly. So anyway, what we hear from Paper Ninja Man was essentially that, like, he wasn't the one that ended up bringing Bakugo back to life. It was his own quirk, but that he was able to hold Bakugo's body together long enough for that to happen. I don't know that he's living past this, essentially. Anyway, after good old Smiley here, we get to see him actually decide that he's the one that's going to bring down All for One. While Deku deals with Shigaraki, All for One is going to be Bakugo's responsibility. He'll finish what All Might started. Meanwhile, Shigaraki's like, motherfucker's still alive? Well, I guess I gotta just crush him again. Doesn't matter how much you're gonna keep getting up, I'm gonna keep knocking you back down.
And All for One manages to suppress Shiggy's rage just long enough to ignore All Might to go to Shigaraki.
To try and go to Shigaraki, yes.
He
manages to suppress that until he has a realization.
Yes, like, oh, Bakugo, what are you doing here? Oh god, I'm being blasted.
Yep. And all of a sudden, he starts realizing, wait the fuck a minute. You look just like that motherfucker that started this entire problem.
The second user.
The second user, Kudo.
Yes.
Who took the original One for All away, Yuichi. And that would be very interesting, and I don't know if this is what they're trying to allude to. They probably are, given they've looked the same since we've met the second user. That Bakugo may be descended from him. Bakugo may be his descendant.
Oh.
That, I think, is the implication here, if they don't ever outright say it.
That would be interesting.
Also, we get a nice little shot of, like, all the other zones to be like, all right, how's everyone handling it? Apparently, the stadium area is still a bit of a problem. Still some fights going on there.
I'm happy that I got to see Toru again.
Maybe we'll get to see some flashes. She's a good Joestar. Come on, be respectful.
Okay.
Perhaps we'll see a little bit more of this fight to see what was going on. Maybe a flashback to that. Maybe that's how we're going to fill out this season, is like flashbacks to this stuff that wasn't in the manga. Who knows? We get to see Nagant getting back up somewhat. Who knows if she's getting another shot off? She might. Also, here's the interesting bit that I'm very curious about. Bakugo says that whatever this side effect is to his quirk, and I'm not quite sure I'm understanding what it is. I don't know what this side effect is that's allowing him to do this. It's something involving the pain of all these micro explosions going off in his own body.
You mean, and this is a direct note I have, Bakugo's masochistic fireworks.
Is that literally a quote from the subs you were listening to?
No, that's my exact note.
Oh, okay. I thought you said direct quote. So I'm like, was that in the subs that you saw?
No, I said a direct quote from my notes.
Okay, all right. Well, when you said that, like when you say quote, I'm thinking it's from the show, not from you.
Can't I quote my notes?
Just say that it's your notes and not something that sounds like you're quoting the show.
Because
a phrase coined, perhaps, would be another way to say it.
His explosions did have a very firework effect to them.
Oh, they did. They're absolutely fireworks. That's the visuals. So I'm more curious what this side effect is because like I'm trying to fathom what the explanation is for this, and I'm not quite getting there. So I'm curious.
So is his quirk evolving now?
I don't know if it's an evolution or if it's another side of the ability that he never knew was there.
Oh, okay.
When he's calling it a side effect in this, that's why I'm thinking like, oh, this is something you either knew about and never considered was actually useful, or this is something that you never encountered before until this moment.
Oh.
So I don't know what it is. But yeah, we get to see that we're gonna have a big old clash next episode, and All for One is getting his shit kicked in and getting more and more angry. So Bakugo's parents are like, "We need to watch. He's smiling right now, and it's not the happy smile. It's the smile you expect from Bakugo."
It's the I'm gonna tear your ass in half.
Yes, it's that face.
And I did find it interesting that, according to our title card that we have, where even the villains said go beyond.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was mostly like just the
Well,
UA thing.
they left out the minus art loop part.
Yes.
I think it was Shigaraki at one point who said like, I want to say it was like season 5 or something.
Mm.
Like whenever he was fighting with the other like Redestro or whatever, like that season.
During the My Villain arc?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he mentions about using the term "go beyond."
Mm.
I don't know that he likes the plus ultra part, but he did like the going beyond part.
Okay.
Anyway, next episode seems like it's going to be majority flashbacks to All for One's past.
And at the very end of the episode, All for One didn't seem much younger than he was in the beginning of the episode.
So to be fair, he also mentions during this episode that like the damage that Bakugo's doing isn't anywhere near All Might.
Okay.
Or who's the other one that he was fighting? He mentioned both people. Oh, it was Endeavor. He's like, he's not doing as much damage as them. Like that's kind of what he's insinuating as to why he's not regressing further.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought because he got blasted a few times by Bakugo.
Oh, absolutely. He's getting blasted around for sure. He's getting thrown all across the area, but like he's not taking a lot of damage. The worst I think we saw was when he managed to save All Might, and that kind of tore off All for One's arms. I think that's the worst we saw of it. The rest of it seems like it's more superficial than anything else so far.
Okay.
Like scrapes, bruises, shit like that. Unlike All Might, where like literally gets injected with an acid that's eating away at him from the inside out.
So yes, I am very interested to see if we have more of the origins of One for All and All for One next episode.
I mean, that seems to be the case, and the origin of the like a twisted dream or something like that. Like the origins of that part of All for One's personality, I guess. The question is, was it originally a good dream that he had, and that has been twisted over the years to be something different? Or was it like always twisted from the start? I don't know. I'm curious, but based on the next episode's title, I'm assuming we're going to figure out exactly what this quirk side effect is.
And just jumping back to episode 1, if I remember correctly, and I'm not too sure how many other times they did this in the past, but the title does not share any of the manga chapters it's based on title.
Huh. Interesting.
Because it was Toshinori Yagi Rising / Origin, while the chapters were Origin mingling clusters of light and Beyond Limits.
It's just one of those where it really doesn't like come together as like three separate chapters. Like they're just too different from each other to really be put together.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I am enjoying this season, and I will hopefully get some comments on this video.
I
So
don't really have any
please,
predictions for the next episode. I'm curious where it goes, but I have nothing like to go on for this right now.
so please like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and all the other shit I'm supposed to say as a content creator. I mean, like,
Jingle the jangles. Maybe hit the bell to hear when we do a thing.
mm-hmm.
Leave comments telling us how we're terrible and we don't know what we're doing and how our sound quality is awful. You know,
Hey, it was
hit the
better
like
last
button. That's
week.
what I care about.
It was better last week. So, until next week, we'll catch everybody later.
Goodbye.